My name is Brian Walden. I'm a volunteer at Mary Porter's, that is Mary's Living and Giving for Save the Children. And as a volunteer, I've come here with a little experience in books. However, during my time here, which is a few years, I've learnt more and more about books, and so my keen interest is books, although I also get involved with jewellery. But I have a book here which I found of interest. The book itself is not of great value, a book called The Yogi and the Commissar. Now, as much as I said to you, it's not worth that much. I did find inside a postcard. Now, in 1946, the only way you get a postcard with a stamp on it or pre-stamped is from the post office. And in this, or on this card, is indicating to the owner of the book, who happened to have her name inside the book, that her friend is in Italy and is recovering from his wounds. So from this, I am assuming that the person that they're referring to was a soldier. So that's been quite interesting, and that's on the market for approximately £40 because of that small piece of paper inside. I have another book that I had. Now, this one is quite an old book and was given as a prize in 1875. It's a French book. I'm not particularly conversant with French, but my best is Ouvre-choix de Molière. Now, this book was offered and given as a prize in French. It's a French book, of course. Now, on the crest, it says the West Ham High School for Girls. Now, this school no longer exists. It's now called the Sarah Bennell School. Now, I'm in the process of contacting the school with the purpose of asking whether they'd like to make a donation for the return of this book back to their library. For your information, I have on 3 or 4 occasions returned books back to the various schools, and they're very pleased to get them back in their library. So, looking at books, generally speaking, I always look for any piece of paper inside. This all gives it part of the history of the book. In conclusion, my interest in books is becoming more and more complicated, in that I now look at a book now and I'm always looking at various pieces of information. I must say one thing with the donations made to this shop in Mary Porter's shops are that the condition of the books has been quite incredible. We get a lot of first editions, a lot of signed copies, and also I have a couple of books downstairs in our area where I keep my books, which have been signed on paperback books. Very rarely do authors sign paperback books, and primarily it's hardbacks. So overall, my interest is certainly extended since I've been part of the volunteer group here, and I look forward in due course for those people in Richmond wishing to visit Save the Children.